Hi, David here. I've been getting some requests from friends who want to know how I create videos on YouTube, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is just for beginners. I'm a beginner myself. If you're intermediate or advanced, you're going to be bored out of your mind. Specifically because intermediate people normally use a video editing software, and I just use the software that's built into YouTube. So some of my beginner friends haven't done this before and want to know where to start. So where you start is I first transfer the video clips from my camera to my computer, and then I upload the clips from the computer to YouTube. Now you don't have to do it that way, but I have to do it that way because my camera is a basic camera and the batteries don't last long enough to run the camera for a couple hours. I do not have an AC adapter to plug my camera into the wall. If you have an AC adapter on your camera, then yes, certainly you can upload your clips directly to YouTube. But since my battery will die, I will have to transfer the video clips. On this particular video I'm making, there are 46 video clips, so that will probably upload for a couple hours. Therefore, transferring those 46 clips to my laptop only took a couple of minutes. So that's a couple of minutes compared to several hours. So let's get started. Go into your YouTube account and click upload. And if you only have one clip to upload and you're not going to edit it, you can certainly keep it public, because then the public will see it right away. But when you have more than 2 clips, you're going to want to join them together and edit them. You can trim it to make it a little shorter if you want to trim out something that you don't want to have in the video. So in that case, I always go private, and then no one will see it, because you don't want your subscribers to automatically see something that's unfinished and you don't intend to post publicly. So now it's private, and then you move your pointer here. I don't know if you can see my pointer, but my pointer's right there. I'm going to select files to upload, and let's go to my C drive. I made a folder specifically for my video clips, and it's called Videos for Upload. And those are the stills, and you have to remember when you make a video, there's going to be a thumbnail that's going to be the picture that's going to represent your video when it's on YouTube. And you don't want YouTube to pick one, because it'll pick any random thumbnail that it thinks will be in there. That it'll be a still that was captured from the video. If you're lucky, it might happen to pick something that you like, but in most cases it doesn't. So always remember, when you're doing a video, set up a still shot that you want to have used to represent your video. And these are all stills from our outing. I was at a Boy Scout outing over the weekend, and you'll know when you get to your video. Here's a video that's got the 35mm perforations along the side. I'm going to highlight that. Go to the bottom. Hopefully if I hold the up shift key and click on the last one, yep, it'll highlight all 43 of them. Click open, and YouTube will start uploading them. And you'll see I'm going to scroll down here. It'll show all of them. And I'm not going to keep the camera running while these are uploading. I'm going to come back after the upload is finished. But it just does them one at a time. There's a barometer right here that shows the percent of uploading. And it also said your videos are uploading. Keep this page open until they're done, and you have to do that. Otherwise you're going to lose your upload. So if you want to go somewhere else on your computer, just open another tab. If you keep this tab open, you can certainly go to another tab and work on your computer on something else. Also, these clips are numbered. They'll have a number, like this one ends in 7145, this one ends in 7146. They're all consecutively numbered by the camera, and I usually make a list of all the numbers on a piece of paper, not only to make sure that I got each one uploaded, but also you use it to put the videos in an order. Sometimes you can shoot your video in sequence and then the consecutive number would go in order, but lots of times you can't shoot in sequence. You might shoot a scene at a location that might be in the beginning of the video and then it might be again at the end of the video. Well, it makes more sense to do all your shooting at the same location and then break up those clips at that location where you could intersperse them around your video. So that's another good reason to have your clip numbers on a sheet of paper. You can organize it on paper and you can make a list of the order in which you want to splice the clips together. Sometimes you've found that you've had the camera running when you didn't intend it to be running and you want to delete that clip altogether. So then you could cross out that clip number. So that's why I like to organize it on a sheet of paper. So this one's 73% done. That's the first one, so I'm just going to let it go and I'm going to stop the camera now and we'll come back when they're all uploaded. It is a time-consuming process. It's been 2.5 hours and most of the clips have uploaded, and you can tell when they're uploaded the software automatically chooses a thumbnail from the video. And they're all processed except for, let's go down, there's 3 more to go. So oh, I'm sorry, there's 4 more to go. Maybe another 20 minutes, half hour, they'll all be processed. When each clip is done, YouTube will assign a random thumbnail on the left-hand column here for each clip. So I'm going to scroll down the bottom, make sure each one has a thumbnail. It also says processing done right there, right above the file number. The next thing to do is to edit the clips, and you click on the logo or the icon right here on the right to get into the Creator Studio. Click right here on Creator Studio. And then on the left side there's an icon called Create. Click on that. It defaults to the audio library, and with the audio library it gives you a whole list of different music that you could run in the background of your video, and you drag the clips down to the video, and you could also set the volume so it's running in the background, or you can have the music dominant to the scene. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, the second one down is Video Editor. I'm not real big on adding music to my videos. I don't normally do background music, but you can experiment with that. The next one down is Video Editor. Click on that. And Video Editor will take you to all your clips. Your clips are right here. And you can see them all in there. Also, the movies that you completed are done. What I mean to say is all the ones that you've done are also showing up here as well. So as you can see, these two have a title. Earlier I already spliced a couple of clips together to create these two, and they were composites of these 4 on the right side, because my friend wanted to have those as a separate video. So what I like to do is I start the movie off with a title. So you have to select the title box by clicking on this A right there. That's for title boxes. And you have choices of titles. You can have a center title, a banner, a center fade title, a slide where the title slides in, and a zoom. I'm normally just choose the center title, and you drag it down to this box that says drag videos here. And you notice right below that there's a area where you can drag audio files. That's where the audio files go. So over here is where you enter the text. I'm going to type some text matter. This is construction of Joe's Cook Shack. Looks too wide, doesn't it? I'm going to break that up into 2 lines. And that occurred on May 18. I'm going to put the date on there. No, that was May 17. May 17, 2015. I like to use a light blue background color, so I'm going to pick this one over here. That's lighter than the one I use. I use this one. You have a choice up here of different fonts. You can use bold, italic, medium. You could change the color of the font right there. I normally stick with that. Now you notice you don't see the clips anymore, and I found, I don't know if I'm doing this properly or not, but I found if I click the border between the preview screen and the after you click the border and your choices come up, click on the transition section right there, and you could drag a transition. Pick any transition you want. You can experiment with it. I'm going to drag the cross blur over, and then as soon as you do that, the usually the clip wants to run, and it just ran. So I'm going to click here again to bring my menu up, and I'm going to select on the video clips by clicking there. It's going to bring my clips back. I made a list on paper of the clips I have. I'm going to start with 7145. 7145 is right here.
Hello, David here, and I'm driving out to Camp Parsons.
You notice that
this
it's
is our
previewing.
volunteer weekend for Boy Scout Troop 438.
I'm going to stop that for a minute. So we'll preview, and it's a good idea to preview it because you can make sure it's a clip you want to keep. Sometimes you have clips in there you decide you don't want to use, and you can skip it. Also, you can trim it by hovering your mouse over the right end of the clip, and hold the left mouse button. See, it's 120. It's a minute 29 seconds. If I drag it to the left, I could shorten it down to a minute. I could make it even shorter, but let's take it back to the full size.
Hello, David here,
129. I don't know why it's only showing 117. Let's preview it. Let's drag it down again.
Hello, Dave. Hello, David here, and I'm driving out to Camp Parsons. This is our...
Okay, I dragged it down, so now it's in there twice. I'm going to delete the one that was trimmed shorter. It was a minute 17 seconds, so I'm back to the one that's a minute 29. Sometimes you get this error occurred. Please try again later. But I found you can just work around that. There's nothing wrong with the clip, and you could add transitions. I'm going to click on the border, bring the clips back. I'm going to click on the clip here. So you could click on each
Hello,
of these.
David here, and I'm driving out to Camp...
There we go. As you click on any of the clips here that's waiting to to be made into a movie, it will preview so that you can watch it. I'm going to start doing some more, and I'm going to come back a little later. I haven't gone through my list to delete the file numbers that I'm not going to put in here because they already went in the previous video for Joe. It turned out that that first clip number 7145, I did want to trim it down a bit, and in order to get the trim features you do have to click on that clip. So if I click on it now.
Hello, David here, and I'm driving out to Camp Parsons.
I've got it trimmed down to a minute 10 seconds. Take a little more, maybe a minute 9. Every time you trim it down a little bit by dragging it, the clip starts at the beginning again. So if you want to get near the end just to see how it ends, you have to click on the end. So I'm going to move the cursor down near the end. So I'm going to, I don't know what you call this thing, but I'm going to click here near the end of the clip just so I could see the ending part. See, there's a little dead space in there. So that was a little too short. Let's try a minute 11 seconds.
Hello, David here, and I'm driving out to Camp. Yeah, I like this camp so much, I think I could live here.
I had a couple more seconds. Try a minute 13.
Hello, David here. Yeah, I like this camp so much, I think I could live here.
That's good enough. Now I want to get a transition between that scene and the next. So I clicked on this area there. I'm going to get a transition by clicking on the transition scenes. And I'm going to drag my cross blur down. And you notice every time you make a move like that, the video starts at the beginning. So I'm just going to put it on still so it doesn't annoy me. And also you'll find as you fill up this row along here, you have to get down to the bottom here and start scrolling to move. You're going to be scrolling down here to get to the right end of the list of clips. So now I'm going to click here again to bring up my videos. The next one on the list is number 7146, which is this one. I'm going to preview it to see what it looks like, see if I want to keep it. It's only 35 seconds. Make sure no one's using any profanity. Control the volume here.
Hi to my subscribers. Hey guys.
You guys aren't wanted by the law, are you?
This guy, not yet. Not yet.
See, those guys are saying hi to you guys.
You've been busted.
Heard it all yesterday, so you can go show them. So our breakfast guy.
Oh man.
A lot of work this morning at 6:20.
Yeah, I'm going to use that full clip. So I'm going to drag number 7146 down, put it in place. I'm going to hit the still button to stop it. I don't have to check it off my list really, because if you hover over it, hover over any of these clips, it'll show you the clip number. There's 7145. Hover over that, that's 7146. And I click on here to get to my menu, and I'm going to click transitions. I'm going to drag down a cross blur. I'm going to hit still. I'm going to click on the border again. Now I'm going to go to the menu and click videos, and the next one after 7146 is 7148, and I'm going to preview that. So I'm going to stop this video, and then I'll do some work, and then I'll come back. What the show was like when it get near the end of the tray down here with clips, and I just learned something. You don't have to drag. Here's 7161. The next one up is 7162. If you hover above the upper right corner of the clip and click on that plus, that'll drop it down in the tray. Then I'm going to go to a transition.
Hello, David here.
Click on transition. Go back to video. Just put
Hello, David here.
What did I put in there?
Driving out to Camp Parsons. This is our volunteer weekend.
Yeah, I like to still it. It seems like when it's running, it's hard to scroll over to the right side. So I got 71, 7162. Cross that off my list. 6162. Let's do a transition. Go to 7163. Go to transition. Go to 7164. Add that one. Otherwise you drag, and then between every time you drag, the preview starts to run. Then you have to click on still right over here and then scroll to the right. So that's a process. At the end I'm going to put in a title, and I'll record that when I'm done adding all these clips. Okay, I finished adding all the clips and the title blocks. I finished adding the clips and the transitions, and then I put a title block in at the end, and I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go to clip 7191. And I'm going to trim it. Where do I want to trim it? That's not the one I wanted. Get that one out of there. I want 7190.
I know why Matt keeps me so busy with projects, so I'm not filming anymore.
Matt, can you pick it up so we can get a better shot?
No. Keeps me so busy with projects, so I'm not filming
I'm going to trim it at 7.
Matt, can you pick it up so we can get a better shot?
Right there.
I know why Matt keeps me.
I'm going to put it in slow motion. I could make it slower motion. I could go 4 times slow motion. Let's see how that looks. That's a little too slow. Notice there's other things in here which I never tried. Stabilize, pan and zoom, auto fix, brightness and contrast. I don't even know what the rotate does. I guess the rotate will turn it. Let's try 8 times slow motion, see what that looks like. Yeah, that's a little slow. Go back to 2 times. Okay, to finish things off, just type in your title over here and then click on Create Video. After you do that, you don't really have to stay on this page. You can go navigate around. It's private now, so don't forget you got to go change it to public. I'll show you how to do that later. If I click over here, click on Creator Studio, and you'll see it right here. And what you could do is you could keep refreshing by clicking up here on the refresh the page. Depending how long the movie is, you might have to wait an hour or 2 hours to do it. A short one, you could do it in 15 minutes, but just refresh it and you'll see the thumbnail that'll be auto-generated by YouTube, and then you'll want to go in and change it, and then I'll show you how to do that as soon as this finishes processing. Alright, the video has uploaded to YouTube, and I signed in to YouTube. I clicked on Creator Studio. When you click on Creator Studio, it takes you to a list of your videos, and you can see the randomly selected thumbnail is showing the picture, and then you want to click on Edit. You click on Edit, it gives you a choice of only 3 thumbnails. None of those I happen to like, so I'm going to click on Custom Thumbnail, and I'm going to scroll down through my folder. I'm going to pick one that I prefer, and YouTube won't let you upload a photo that is 3 megabytes, and my stills are 3 megabytes. So what I had to do is make a copy and reduce that copy down to half size. So let's see where I put it. I had a group photo. This one right here. It's a group photo of the guys. I think it has to be 1 megabyte or smaller. I'm not quite sure. So it's private. Change it to public. It's ready to go. Here's where you type in the title right here. You can put more information here, and you can put taglines in here. And they even suggest taglines. If you want to click on those, it'll add it. So click on Save Changes. If you want to monetize it, click on this tab, and you can monetize it. Advanced settings, if you want to not allow comments, click on Only Approved, and that means when a comment comes in, you'll get a notice and you have to approve it. That's kind of pain in the neck, so I just keep it all. And every time you make a change, you have to click Save Changes. If you want to change a category, right now this is How To and Style. You could do people and blogs. I guess it doesn't matter. There's more information you can add. Click on Save Changes. And that's it. If you want to get the link for the video, I'm going to change this to private for the meantime. Not quite ready to release it. Click on Video Manager up in the left hand column. The video should pop up with a new thumbnail, and there's a new thumbnail. If you click on the hot link for the title, that'll open. See, it says private, but then you could click on the URL, copy and paste it into an email if you wanted to send it to somebody. When it's public, it won't say this video is private. It'll open and start running. So that's it. I wish you guys the best of luck. Send me questions if you have any questions, and I will try to answer them. But remember, I'm just a beginner.